In Raw Politics Tonight, the backlash over comments made by CNN Politico contributor Hilary Rosen on this program last night. The Twitter sphere erupted after Rosen said this about Mitt Romney's wife last night.
What you have is Mitt Romney running around the country saying, well, you know, my wife tells me that what women really care about are economic issues. And when I listen to my wife, that's what I'm hearing. Guess what? His wife has actually never worked a day in her life. She's never really dealt with the kinds of economic issues that a majority of the women in this country are facing in terms of how do we feed our kids, how do we send them to school, and how do we worry, and why do we worry about their future.
And Romney herself was one of the first to respond on Twitter at 10:18 p.m. She fired off what was apparently her first ever tweet saying, quote, "I made a choice to stay home and raise 5 boys. Believe me, it was hard work." This morning, Mrs. Romney had more to say on Fox News.
My career choice was to be a mother. And I think all of us need to know that we need to respect choices that women make. Other women make other choices to have a career and raise family, which I think Hilary Rosen has actually done herself. I respect that. That's wonderful. But, you know, there are other people that have a choice.
Well, in the hours before that interview, Ann Romney was trending on Twitter, where tweets about Rosen's comments were flying, including this one from one of Romney's 5 sons, Josh. Josh Romney said, "Ann D. Romney is one of the smartest, hardest working women I know. Could have done anything with her life, chose to raise me." Now, the White House was quick to condemn Hilary Rosen's comments. Obama campaign manager Messina tweeted this: "I could not disagree with Hilary Rosen any more strongly. Her comments were wrong, and family should be off limits. She should apologize." Deputy campaign manager Stephanie Cutter responded to his tweet saying, "Families must be off limits on campaigns, and I personally believe stay-at-home moms work harder than most of us do." Rosen did apologize to Mrs. Romney, saying her words were poorly chosen. Excuse me. But her apology has not stopped the criticism. Today, First Lady Michelle Obama tweeted, "Every mother works hard and every woman deserves to be respected." Just hours later, President Obama weighed in.
There's no tougher job than being a mom. And you know, when I think about what Michelle's had to do, when I think about my own mom, a single mother raising me and my sister, that's work. So anybody who would argue otherwise, I think, probably needs to rethink their statement. More broadly, I don't have a lot of patience for commentary about the spouses of political candidates.
Well, over the past 24 hours, both the White House and the Democratic National Committee have been distancing themselves from Rosen, a veteran Democratic strategist. They told CNN she has no official role in the White House or the DNC. Meantime, the Romney campaign has tried to link Rosen's comments directly to the White House. In an email to supporters, they call Rosen an Obama advisor. The campaign's website also issued a call for support for Ann. Part on the text reads, "We stand with Mitt and Ann in saying that all women play an important role in our country. America deserves a president who will bring us together, not pit us against each other." Seemed to be implying that President Obama attacked stay-at-home mothers. You just heard what he said about Rosen's comments. He doesn't agree with her. Tonight, we've asked Hilary Rosen back to talk about all this. Also here, Republican strategist Bay Buchanan. She's also the author of Bay and Her Boys, Unexpected Lessons I Learned as a Single Mom, and a senior advisor to Mitt Romney. Hilary, welcome back. I want to give you a chance to say what you'd like about your comments, defend them, explain them, also address the firestorm they've caused over the last 24 hours.
You know, I think I've characterized them often enough over the last 24 hours, Anderson, and it is clear that anybody who knows me knows that I am actually a mother, that I was even a stay-at-home mother for several years, that the idea that I would create a division between stay-at-home moms and working moms is just silly. That has nothing to do with what I said. What I care about and what I think the American people care about is whether or not we are going to have a president who is focused on the struggles of women who have economic challenges. And we need to know that our president understands that, cares about that, has policies to fix that. I've seen 23 straight months of job growth under President Obama and a significant amount of support for women and women's issues. I have not seen that with Mitt Romney and his history at Bain Capital or as governor. You know, that's the issue that people, if everyone wants to make this about me, that's just a distraction. But that's not the issue.
But on the specific things that you said, I mean, do you stand by it saying that Ann Romney hasn't worked?
No, you know, being a stay-at-home mom is a lot of work. It's work inside the home, not outside the home. She is lucky, though, that she had choice, and she referred to that herself. I admire the way that she talks about her own life. Many women do not have the choice or the luxury of being a stay-at-home mom. We have to go and work and support our children. And like as Bay's written in her pretty meaningful book, many women are single moms doing the same thing. So, you know, that's my only point. It's not an attack on Ann Romney. I apologized for that. I'm not going to go groveling over again when I really feel like we need to get back to the issues. This is not about Ann Romney or anything else other than let's talk about what women's opportunities are and what president is going to serve them best.
Bay Buchanan, what do you make of Hilary Rosen's comments?
First of all, Hillary has said very clearly that she used some poor words. It was a poor way to express herself, and she apologized. I accept that. I would not question her sincerity for a moment. I do believe that she recognizes she made a mistake. And let me add, Anderson, Hillary is a very savvy political person. In addition, she is passionate about her issues, and she's been extremely loyal to this president and the administration. I have enormous respect for all three counts. And in this business that we are in, this awful, rotten business of politics, there's no reason why you can't understand that we, being humans, are going to make mistakes sometime, and you distance yourself from the words. You don't distance yourself from the person. Hillary has been enormously loyal and committed to this president, and to have them to spend a day just trying to distance themselves, say she's not an advisor, she's not this, that is unacceptable to me. She has been too good to them for them to treat her this way. And Anderson, I've seen it too many times in politics. There's no reason we can't say, hey, this person, terrific, smart, made a mistake, something I'll probably do tomorrow. Let's move on. And that's what I think it's time to do. And I accept what Hillary has to say, and I acknowledge. And I'll add one more point. I hope they don't listen to her over there. She's too smart, and it won't be in our best interest if they do.
Hillary, Romney surrogates have been calling you an Obama campaign advisor, a DNC advisor. Just to clear up the issue, what is your relationship there? Do you advise either of them, even unofficially?
No, I mean, I think you heard from the White House today. I'm not a White House or DNC advisor.
Yeah, but in fairness, she's been over there 35 times. Hillary, you're not going to lunch over there like the rest of us go to McDonald's. It's once a month. Yeah. And so surely she's given them advice, Anderson, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. I think that's what's outrageous. This is a smart gal. I shouldn't say gal. You're going to beat me up after this interview. It's a smart woman who is very knowledgeable, enormous experience. Acknowledge it. She has been a very good aid and supporter of theirs. I don't know why they have to distance themselves from Hillary, and that's what I find despicable.
You know, I appreciate Bay's comments a lot, but here's, I think, really something that's going to be more important tomorrow and the next day and the next day, which is this is going to be, for so many reasons, the amount of money that's going to be spent, the social media and intense media environment these candidates and campaigns are operating in, the high stakes that this country is in right now. You know, we have North Korea, you know, itching with weapons. We have, you know, cases of racial tension all across the country. We are in a very tense place right now in our country, and our politics are reflecting a really ugly part of our way to deal with it. And I think that's going to be our challenge over the next 6 or 7 months is to not do this to each other and to say, you know what, I know that person, I know that they didn't mean that. Or maybe they did mean it, and they need to say that they back it up with facts. So, you know, I just think that this is tomorrow, we're all going to wake up and I'm going to stay off TV. But, you know, Mitt Romney, I believe, is still going to have a problem selling himself to American women as a good economic savior. Bay will feel differently about that. Hopefully the debate will go back to the issues.
Bay, do you see this debate over who's waging a war on women? Is anyone waging a war on women? I mean, is this going to continue forward?
I think the key issue here is that that was what the Democrats started. And I know that Hillary disagrees with me on this, but the evidence is overwhelming that it's out there, whether it be Nancy Pelosi or the chairman of their party has put it in words, this is the Republican war on women. And so, of course, we responded. We're not at war, and if you want to say anyone's at war, take a look at their record and what they've done to women in the workplace. You know, 92% of the unemployment in the last 3 years has been the women losing their jobs. So this has been devastating to women. I think, Anderson, the point is the economy is what we need to be talking about. And Mitt Romney has a terrific plan. Obama has failed miserably on this, turning the economy around, getting people back to work, men and women, all of us Americans coming together again, and let's see that we have a country that can thrive under a Romney presidency.
Okay, that's the debate we ought to be having.
I couldn't agree more.
Hilary Rosen, appreciate it. Bay Buchanan, thank you very much. We're following